from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Yeah, that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible. So I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throwing now is Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A first carry here for Nwangwu. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. Well, Charles, you know, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October. Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. 8 yards to go on 2nd down. On the give is Nwangwu. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On play action, Allen. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And the Bills are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal from the 6.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely...
Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. This crew, they were on a roll going into the bye week that they just had, Charles, so sort of picking up where they left off.
And you and I both know that when you come back off of an open week and you've been winning games, you should get a few extra days off in order to recharge and refuel. But coaches often hedge their bets, too. They'll bring them back and work them really hard that first practice back to make sure that they're back and grounded.
Whatever they did, formula looking good so far in this one. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. At their own 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And throw right side complete to Parker. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play there for the Dolphins.
On third down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the first down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. On the tackle, it was Dane Cruikshank. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Edmonds, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Mayfield. This is caught. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Baker Mayfield keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. Just they move, and they know it affects the defense, because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
On second down, here's Nwangu. And he hurdles him and into space. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bills have taken the lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. At their own 18-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, they'll come.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. On 2nd down, Mostert. He's got room to run past the 20. And finally taken down at the 26-yard line. That one good for 21 yards. And they're going to face a 3rd down. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he's got a 1st down following a pickup of about 13 as we will take a pause here for the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency. That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So not quite a first and goal just yet as they come up now second and inches. Mayfield looks to throw. And he's got his tight end Gesicki in the end zone. Touchdown Dolphins. Mike Gesicki, as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock. Flushed out right. Deep ball for Goodwin. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. On first down, they'll run with Nwangu. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Diggs. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. From the gun, it's Allen. Eluding the pressure right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Handoff here to Nwangu. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on third down. Allen going to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. Flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Drops this off with Nwangu. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Now Allen. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Now it's Nwangu. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Three quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Escaping the pressure right. And Allen will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be a second down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Allen. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Pass on for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They hand it off to Mostert, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd down and 12. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now. He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too.
Now he's forced out right. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. To the air, Allen steps away to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. The Bills on third down. They haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. On play action, Allen. Dancing to his left. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. And that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of touchdown.
Stephon Diggs. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. So an important touchdown right there is now they're really beginning to pull away.
Yeah, this was a tight game until not too long ago. But since then, they've hit the accelerator, and they pushed the lead up to 3 scores here in the 4th quarter, and I don't see them looking back.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 79 yards.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
77 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Allen off the play fake. Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Christian Wilkins showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Throwing on first down is Allen. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
One-handed. Love the effort. Not much production on that play, though, huh?
Not a whole lot of yardage. You get that grab, you probably want a first down.
And he'll be the one in the film session if he said, hey, run that one back, coach.
Yeah.
Run that one back.
One more time.
Let's see that again.
One more time. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Christian Wilkins in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Eluding the pressure right. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Here's Baker. He's got to complete to Waddle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. Touchdown, Dolphins. That's caught. Jalen Waddle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And the Bills are going to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. How many times have we seen this late in the fourth quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
Buying time to his left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
These guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll start with the option. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So Allen's going to look to throw. Flush to his right. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Buffalo, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Miami.